the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 12. 11, Thomas.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. I don't care what game it is, everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back.
On one, ready?
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
empty.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
11, Thomas. 12. 11, Thomas. 11. 12.
On third down, Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, Tate. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
To the air again, Burrow. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 2. 11, 11. 11, 11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hold the stick.
Austin fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the 1st quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow from his own end zone. That one taken in by T. Higgins. The 40. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Here we go. Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Whoa. 11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
60. 18, 5 years.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On one, ready?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
11 MT, tape. 11 MT, 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Now Burrow on first down to Mixon on the check down. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
11 MT, 11 MT, 11, 11, 11, 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. Down inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
12. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go. 11.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
11 MT Pace. 11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11 MT. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Here we go.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. They gotta go.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready?
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
11 mighty. 11 empty. 11 empty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gets the dump off to Pierce. Down the sideline he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Steelers 21, Bengals 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Finding room at midfield. He's still on his feet. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go. 12.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Touchdown! T. Higgins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. And this throw will be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12.
On second and goal, Burrow. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
11 MT, paint. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Third and goal, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Myles Jack with a sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
I'm fine, ready?
final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Completes it to Austin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw now on second and 10. That's complete to Pierce. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. The 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
On one, right?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
First down, here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
11, 11.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 MT.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
12, 12, 12. 11 Thomas.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive... pick up the yardage that way.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He'll drop to throw. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here we go.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. He finds his man, complete. That's Austin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Give left side for Pierce. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 13 yards out. And the Steelers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Now Burrow on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
On 1, ready?
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
11, MT, hey. Hey, can.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Give him 2 on the play there, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
Now Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's something good. And Carter, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Eluding the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Going for it with Pierce. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll try and run for it. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Pierce gets this one running right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Once more, it's Pierce. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Pierce. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. And he's got room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce. To about the 26 here. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Pittsburgh, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Finding Williams on the check down. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 19-yard line. Pickett now on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
23 yards to pick up there. To the air on first down with Pickett. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They throw it out right, complete. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Broncos. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his groove, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 21-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Steelers 14, Broncos 7.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 2nd down, Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
He'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And right side, Henry. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Pickett backed up into his end zone here. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long, Pickett from his own end zone. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. Here's Freiermuth again. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. Pushes him over. A second pin has fallen. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. The Steelers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. They run again with Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
2nd down. Here's Pickett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
To try again after the sack. Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. After the sack on first down, Pickett. And this a quick slant to Lockett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. third down. Here's Harris. And some space here. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, we've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Williams running left. And he's got some space here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Patterson back out there to send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 19 yards there, and it'll be good for a Denver first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pickett back to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chambers. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Henry.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A
potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick.
This for the lead in the final stages. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down.
Pickett.
It's caught. Block it.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They run for it with Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris,
his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's back to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points in that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. Now Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Able to find Judy. And he's brought down. They took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Broncos.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles.